Welcome back to FlyEaglesFly News, where the energy is high, the updates are fresh, and every play is analyzed with the passion that only true Eagles fans can bring. The game against the Raiders was nothing short of a statement, and if you missed it, let me paint the picture for you. The Eagles didn't just win, they dominated in a way that left no doubts about their intentions this season. From the opening kickoff, it was clear that the team was locked in, focused, and ready to impose their will. The scoreboard ended up showing 310-0. And while that number alone is jaw-dropping, it barely captures the intensity and precision displayed on the field. There was a rhythm, a cohesion, and a level of execution that made it almost mesmerizing to watch. Even with the weather throwing curveballs, with rain pouring and conditions far from ideal, the Eagles never faltered. They adjusted, they adapted, and they attacked at every opportunity. Every drive felt purposeful, every player seemed in sync, and the Raiders were left scrambling, trying to find any way to respond. It wasn't competitive, it was a showcase of how dominant this team can be when all elements align. Jalen Hurts, as always, was at the center of it all. If there were any doubts about his leadership or ability to perform under pressure, those vanished quickly. Hurts displayed the poise, vision, and calm that make him one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in the league today. Every read he made was deliberate, every pass carried purpose. And he didn't just make plays for himself, he elevated everyone around him. Saquon Barkley found the running lanes he needed thanks to the offensive line opening holes. But Hurts' decision-making was what allowed the offense to maintain such balance. The way he orchestrated the game, mixing quick passes, designed runs, and deep shots down the field, made it clear that this was a quarterback in complete control, not just of the game, but of the energy of his teammates. When Hurts is locked in, the entire team feeds off it. And this performance was a perfect illustration of that synergy. The offensive line deserves more than just a mention. They were the unsung heroes of this game. Jordan Mailata anchored the left side with authority, consistently winning his matchups and creating lanes that made Barkley's runs appear effortless. Kemp Jurgens held his ground, providing stability and reliability without needing the spotlight. Tylan Stein and Fred Johnson contributed solidly, with Johnson going toe-to-toe against Max Crosby and coming out with the kind of performance that quietly reassures fans that the line is capable of handling elite pass rushers. The cohesion on the offensive front was apparent, and it allowed Hurts the kind of clean pocket and consistent protection he thrives in. It's one thing to have a talented quarterback, but without an O-line performing at this level, the offense couldn't function the way it did. Every snap, every blocking assignment, and every adjustment showed a unit that's matured and found its rhythm. And the results were visible on the scoreboard, while Hurts and the offensive line were making it look easy. The rest of the offensive unit stepped up in ways that further highlighted the team's depth. Barkley may have been the centerpiece of the ground attack, but Tank Bigsby provided relief and kept the tempo high, showing that this team has capable options beyond the star running back. On the receiving end, Devonta Smith continued to impress with sharp route running, aggressiveness after the catch, and the ability to consistently find separation. Dallas Goedert had a quieter day statistically, but his presence in the passing game and ability to draw coverage created opportunities for others, while A.J. Brown made timely, impactful plays that reinforced the multidimensional threat this offense poses. Every player involved understood their role, and that level of clarity and execution is what turns a good team into a formidable one. When the offense functions as a collective unit, the defense is forced to stretch, and mismatches emerge that can be exploited for huge gains. The defense, meanwhile, mirrored the intensity of the offense. From the first snap to the last whistle, the defensive front set the tone, applying relentless pressure that disrupted any chance the Raiders had of mounting a response. Brandon Graham continues to redefine what a seasoned veteran can contribute, creating havoc in the backfield and inspiring younger players with his energy and impact. Nolan Smith's speed and precision in pressuring the quarterback, combined with Jordan Davis' sheer strength and consistency, gave the Eagles a defensive front that was nearly impossible to navigate. Linebackers like Zach Bond and Nakobe Dean ensured that every gap was accounted for. Every play was contested, and no opposing player felt comfortable moving the ball. The synergy between the defensive line and linebackers created a system of controlled chaos for the Raiders, making it feel like every snap carried a consequence for them. The secondary complemented this effort, with Marcus Epps and Sidney Brown maintaining coverage discipline, while Adoree Jackson's improvement over the course of the season became evident. His ability to anticipate plays and limit opportunities for big gains was crucial in keeping the Raiders at bay, and the depth across the secondary reinforced the idea that this team can defend multiple threats at once. Special teams, often overlooked, contributed as well, maintaining field position that consistently favored the Eagles. Punts, kickoffs, and returns were handled with precision, giving the offense opportunities to start drives in advantageous positions. It's easy to forget how critical that aspect of the game is, but when every unit is functioning, it elevates the performance of the team as a whole. The Eagles displayed complete football in this matchup. Every aspect of the game was accounted for, every unit was executing, and the overall discipline and focus were remarkable to witness. It wasn't just about scoring points. It was about setting a tone for the rest of the season and demonstrating that this team is not to be underestimated. Watching this game, it became clear that the Eagles are peaking at the perfect time. Their execution on both sides of the ball reflects the preparation, coaching, and mindset that are hallmark traits of championship-caliber teams. The confidence is palpable, not just in Hurts, but throughout the roster. The offensive line is cohesive, the skilled players are precise and aggressive, the defense is imposing and versatile, and even the supporting units, like special teams, contribute to the momentum. This team has shown it can handle adversity, adapt to conditions, and dominate from start to finish. Every unit feeding off the energy of the others is a testament to the culture and leadership instilled within the locker room, and it's evident in the way each player executes their role with purpose and intensity. The Eagles are no longer just competing, they are commanding, and the message to the league is loud and clear. This team is built for deep runs and high stakes, and the foundation has been firmly laid with performances like this. As we move past that explosive win over the Raiders, it's clear that the Eagles aren't just showing flashes of brilliance. They are establishing consistency that can carry them deep into the season. Jalen Hurts continues to be the heartbeat of this team, orchestrating every play with poise, vision, and a calmness that is infectious. What stands out most is how he elevates everyone around him. Receivers, running backs, tight ends all feed off his presence and precision. In that game, Hurts wasn't forcing throws or panicking when the defense pressured him. He was calculating, making the right reads, and delivering the ball accurately to the players in position to make plays. The chemistry between him and his targets is evident, and every successful play seems to reinforce the confidence that spreads across the offense. This balance between the ground game and the passing attack makes the Eagles incredibly difficult to defend. Saquon Barkley's runs looked decisive and aggressive, and even when Tank Bigsby took a series to relieve him, the offensive tempo never faltered. It's this kind of strategic distribution of responsibilities that maximizes talent while minimizing fatigue, and it's a sign of a team thinking long-term as they prepare for the grind of a full NFL season. The offensive line deserves another moment in the spotlight because they are the true architects behind Hurts' success. Jordan Mailata continues to provide elite pass protection, allowing Hurts time to dissect defenses and deliver pinpoint throws. Cam Jurgens remains a model of consistency, while Tylen Stein and Fred Johnson contribute stability that ensures the line holds firm against some of the league's top pass rushers. Fred Johnson's matchup against Max Crosby was particularly telling. Johnson held his own, and it allowed Hurts the kind of comfort in the pocket that translates to big plays. The line isn't perfect, they had minor lapses here and there, but the overall performance reflects growth, preparation, and the kind of reliability a championship contender requires. The cohesion across this group is palpable, and the timing, communication, and trust they share with Hurts are central to the offense's efficiency. Every snap, every run, and every block contributed to a performance that was as near to flawless as you can get in the NFL. On the skill side, the receivers and tight ends continue to show why this offense is balanced and dangerous. Devonta Smith's ability to consistently separate from defenders and make plays after the catch keeps the defense on its heels, while A.J. Brown contributes big play potential and reliability. Dallas Goedert may have had fewer opportunities to score, but his presence in the middle of the field commands attention and open space for others. Every player understands their role and executes it with precision, and the resulting rhythm allows Hurts to operate with maximum efficiency, even in moments where mistakes could have been costly. The team's mental toughness shone through. Drops, missed assignments, or contested passes didn't derail the game plan. They adapted, adjusted, and continued to impose their will. This level of mental resilience is critical for playoff success. and it's becoming a hallmark of this team's identity, shifting to the defense. The group has matured into a unit that can dictate the tone of a game. Brandon Graham remains a force, demonstrating that veteran leadership paired with elite skill can disrupt even the most talented offenses. Nolan Smith and Jordan Davis provide relentless pressure, collapsing pockets and forcing quarterbacks into hurried decisions. The front line's effectiveness allows linebackers like Zach Bond and now Kobe Dean to operate with freedom, covering gaps, supporting the run defense, and occasionally generating turnovers. The coordination between the defensive line, linebackers, and secondary creates an almost seamless unit that adjusts to the opponent in real time, a feature only found in elite teams. Marcus Epps and Sidney Brown anchor the secondary with discipline, while Adoree Jackson's improvement week after week signals a player who is learning, adapting, and becoming dependable in critical moments. Depth in the defensive backfield is also crucial, as injuries or fatigue rarely disrupt the flow of play. Players like Adoree Jackson have stepped up when called upon, proving that the Eagles have layers of talent ready to contribute whenever necessary. This depth and versatility make it difficult for opposing teams to exploit weaknesses, creating a defense that's more than just a collection of stars. It's a cohesive and imposing force. Special teams, often underappreciated, have also played a subtle but essential role in the Eagles' dominance. Punts, kickoffs, and returns have been executed with precision, giving the offense consistently favorable field positions. Coverage units have been disciplined and aggressive, limiting opponents' ability to gain momentum or sustain drives. These often overlooked details directly influence the flow of the game, allowing both offense and defense to operate with an advantage. It's the sum of these parts, offense, defense, and special teams, that demonstrates the Eagles' holistic approach to winning. Every unit is contributing in a meaningful way, and the synergy between them is a key factor in the team's growing confidence. What's particularly encouraging is how the Eagles are handling adversity and adjusting on the fly. In tough weather conditions, against aggressive defenses, or in high-pressure situations, the team maintains composure. Kevin Patullo's play calling reflects a deep understanding of the team's strengths and weaknesses, maximizing efficiency without overextending the starters unnecessarily. Smart substitutions, strategic rest periods, and thoughtful rotations ensure that the team remains fresh and focused. Tank Bigsby's utilization in the run game exemplifies this approach, providing a reliable alternative to Barkley while maintaining offensive momentum. This strategic thinking extends beyond individual games and is indicative of a team with a long-term championship vision. FlyEaglesFly News family, smash subscribe and hit like. Your support keeps the freshest Philadelphia Eagles updates flying in. Drop your take in the comments and let's talk birds. Whispers are starting to swirl around the NFL world as rumors intensify regarding a major shakeup in the Philadelphia Eagles roster. Sources close to the team suggest that a prominent player may be preparing to leave the Eagles, sparking a wave of speculation among fans and analysts alike. While the organization has remained tight-lipped, insiders hint that discussions have been underway behind closed doors, fueling anticipation and, inevitably, uncertainty. The player in question, known for his on-field dynamism and ability to change the course of a game, has been a fan favorite for years. His presence in the Eagles lineup has been a cornerstone of their strategy, and his potential departure raises questions about the team's immediate and long-term plans. Could this be the result of contract negotiations gone awry? Or is it a strategic move to reshape the squad? The answer remains elusive, but the chatter is impossible to ignore. Social media has erupted with speculation, with fans debating the implications of such a move. Analysts are already weighing the possible destinations, considering both conference rivals and teams with a pressing need for a star performer. Names of potential suitors have begun circulating. Though nothing has been confirmed, the player's skill set would make him a valuable addition almost anywhere, but the mystery surrounding his next destination only adds fuel to the rumor mill. The Eagles organization has historically been cautious in handling internal matters publicly, yet the mere hint of a departure has created an atmosphere of excitement and tension. Locker room dynamics, salary cap considerations, and draft strategies all hang in the balance. Coaches and teammates are reportedly focused on maintaining morale, even as the rumor continues to gather momentum. For fans, this is more than a story. It's a narrative that captures the unpredictable nature of the sport. One thing is certain: whether this player ultimately departs or remains, the NFL landscape will feel The ripple effect in a league where headlines move as fast as the plays themselves. The buzz surrounding this potential Eagles exit is impossible to ignore. Keep your eyes peeled, because if this rumor proves true, it could mark one of the most talked about moments of the season. That's a wrap from FlyEaglesFly News. If you want the fastest Eagles updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Sound off in the comments. Let's talk birds.